Welcome to Brewed and Bitten. I'm Blair.
And I'm Rose.
Join us today for our very first episode and find out how Rose and I came together to make all this magic happen.
I'm actually surprised that we managed to get this series off the ground. You didn't put a charm on Esme to greenlight this, did you?
No, of course not. Esme's our boss, by the way. She loved the idea when I pitched it to her. She was actually more concerned about you.
Why? She thought I wouldn't want in?
Well, you definitely needed some convincing.
I'm not exactly the talking head type.
But you did say yes, which is super exciting. And boy, do we have quite the season planned out.
That we do. So, what's on the agenda for today?
Well, since this is our pilot, I was thinking we could start off with some self-introductions.
Oof, I feel like I'm in college again.
Class of 57 or 84?
You forgot 72. Now that was a good year to graduate, but that's a story for another time. Self-introductions. You first.
Sure you don't want to go first?
You look like you want to go first. After you, doll.
Okay, you got me. Hi everyone, my name is Blair Thorne, and I am what you would call a modern-day witch. My ancestors were actually part of a coven that ran an apothecary in Salem. While they tinkered with ancient spells, I'm more about the concoctions that make you look and feel great. Beauty brews, manifestation charms, you name it. I'm also obsessed with interior decorating. Like, Rose can attest to this, but I'm what you'd call a chronic redecorator.
It's true. This studio looks different every time I step in here.
What can I say? I love variety. All right, your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Hi, folks. I'm Rose Devane. You might recognize me from the artwork of Vampire Rose, which just happens to be one of W Casino's most popular slot games.
And it's all because you're on it.
Of course. I was a young woman of the roaring 20s, a flapper, if you will, before I was turned. And while I was thrust into immortality under dubious consent, I learned to reinvent myself many times over through several generations. These days, I'm trying to be more eco-friendly, and I'm happy to say that I've successfully transitioned to vegan blood.
Vegan blood? Wow, how does that even work?
Science, doll. For all of its follies, humanity never ceases to amaze me.
I'm with you on that one. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners about yourself?
No, I think that about covers it.
Great. Let's move on then. So Rose and I decided to launch this podcast together because we wanted to create a space where we could give you an insider's look into DUC, connect better with our players, and just really chat about anything and everything.
The funny thing is, I never imagined us co-hosting a podcast together, let alone becoming such good friends.
Yeah, our first time meeting was a bit rocky, wasn't it?
That's quite an understatement. But yes.
Okay, so for more context, I first met Rose when I was just starting off as a night shift manager at DUC. I was 2 weeks into the job, barely knew anyone, and was really itching for a workplace buddy.
It's hard to make friends during night shifts, 'cause there's barely anyone there.
That's sadly very true. I did get pretty chummy with one of the security guards, though. Hi, Sean, if you're listening. Anyway, I was on my break that night, so I was sitting all sad and lonely in the staff lounge until you came in.
Yeah, I was filling in for someone that night. Honestly, I was in a bit of a rush, so I didn't really notice you.
No, you looked like you were on a mission. At least to the refrigerator.
Right. And had I known what awaited me there, I would not have opened it.
So this is what happened. I had this enchanted granola kefir that I was planning on having later as a midnight snack sitting in the fridge.
And what, pray tell, was the purpose of this culinary enchantment?
The reason why I enchanted the kefir is because I actually don't like the taste of kefir.
So why didn't you just get something else?
Because while I don't like the taste, I like the texture. And sure, I could have settled for yogurt, but it's just not the same.
So this enchantment was to improve the flavor.
Exactly. I won't get into the specifics because I don't want to bore anyone with the technicalities of spellcasting, but I basically made it taste like marshmallows because, who doesn't like marshmallows? The only problem was I didn't realize just how strong the enchantment was. And because the kefir was in an airtight container...
It exploded, right as I opened the fridge.
Yes, that's what happened. And I'm still sorry about it to this day.
I demand an eternity of repentance.
I did get you a new dress, so that's a start.
I don't remember how I actually reacted at the time. I probably freaked out or something.
You actually didn't say anything. I was damn near in tears trying to get you cleaned up. Thankfully, my cleansing spells worked like a charm. Yes, pun intended. Though you were clearly not impressed.
I smelled like marshmallows all night.
It's difficult to get the smell out, yeah. But after that, you just left without a word, and I was left totally distraught. Like, oh God, she totally hates me now. What have I done?
I was definitely miffed, but I had more pressing matters to tend to. I was already running a bit late.
Right. Honestly, I was convinced that was going to be the last time we'd ever interact, let alone see each other. That would have been so upsetting, because I wouldn't even have gotten to apologize properly.
Well, there was New Year's at least.
Yes. So a month later, the company held a New Year's party. And I remember being super stoked because it was my very first corporate shindig.
Lots of folks look forward to the New Year's party.
It was so amazing. Like, the decor was spot on. The food was awesome. Everyone looked gorgeous. And I saw you there. They actually gave you an award, I remember.
You do get a plaque if you stick around long enough.
And you looked amazing that night. That maroon dress. My God. What's that thing that kids say these days? Oh yeah, you really ate that look.
Thank you. It's my favorite for a reason. I'll be frank, I was pretty deep into my cups that night, so my memory's a bit fuzzy. But I think we finally got to chat when we were both freshening up in the ladies' room.
That's right. And I also have something to confess, but I may or may not have followed you there.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
I know, but I was so nervous and I didn't know if I was going to get another chance to talk to you, so I just kind of acted spontaneously. And next thing I know, you were talking to me, I was talking to you, and fast forward a few months, we were super tight.
Kefir mishap aside, I think we really clicked from the get-go. I mean, you're not a vampire, but as a fellow supernatural being, you do understand what it's like to navigate that part of reality. And that's a sort of connection that's very rare in a predominantly human environment, especially a corporate one.
I totally agree. And we absolutely love our human coworkers here at DUC. But sometimes you just really have to live the experience to truly understand it, you know?
Absolutely. For example, lots of folks assume that immortality is great, but it really isn't as cracked up as it is. Entire worlds come and go before you. And if you endure it long enough, it can honestly get a bit depressing.
I feel you. But hey, you're here, and I'm here, and we're doing this podcast together. How are you feeling about it so far?
I think we're off to a good start. Should we tell our listeners how this all came together?
Sure, let's do that.
So, as you may have gathered already, the podcast was Blair's idea.
Well, yes and no. It was a culmination of great suggestions and feedback from a bunch of lovely people. I was the one who pitched it, however.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, doll. You really went out of your way to make this happen.
Aw, thanks. I mean, I work in PR and promotions now, and I figured a podcast would be a great way for us to reach out to our clients in a meaningful way. Like, I'm sure a good number of people are curious about what goes on behind the scenes. And it would be fun to get some of our friends here to give their own insights and just chill out and banter like we always do.
Yes, we do have quite a list of guests for future episodes, some of whom you may recognize.
Oh man, I can't wait to have Ginny on this show. Spoiler alert, we'll be having her come on this season, so keep an eye out. Or I guess your ears open? Both? Anyway, you know what I mean.
You know, I'm still surprised that you asked me instead of her to join you as a co-host.
Oh, I adore Ginny. But she's already got her hands full with like a bajillion other things, like running her own channel. Which is adorable, by the way. If you guys ever have time, be sure to check out Ginny's Corner on Facebook. Anyway, I also think I just knew in my gut that it had to be you. Because, let's face it, you compliment me in more ways than you'd care to admit.
Oh, now I'm intrigued.
But you do. Like, I'm happy-go-lucky and chaotic while you're super grounded and cool.
That's a very nice way of saying jaded and sardonic.
See? This is why I love you.
Ugh, only one episode in and she's already getting mushy on me.
Okay, but in all seriousness, I wasn't going to do this show without you. Like, Esme actually suggested that I run this by myself because, according to her, I have more than enough personality to go around.
Classic Esme.
Yeah, but that's exactly why I need someone to rein me in. If it's just me yammering away at the mic every episode, it's gonna get old really fast. I need me some of that dark and sultry vampiric energy of yours to even things out.
I can't believe you just said that on air.
I sure did. Why, are you having second thoughts?
Keep this up, and I just may.
So when I asked Rose to be my co-host, she was actually very hesitant.
I like to keep things on the down low. And being a podcast host, or really any other content creator for that matter, demands a certain degree of exposure.
Which is interesting because you're not exactly camera shy.
Well, posing for the lens is a performance in itself, so it's something I can step out of completely once I'm done with it. Speaking on a podcast is a bit more risky, should I say.
Risky?
Because it invites a different kind of vulnerability. And it lingers more, I guess.
Well, you are free to be yourself 110% on this show. Don't worry, I'll take full responsibility.
That's gonna come back and nip you in the neck one day.
What's life without a little bit of danger, right?
Famous last words. See, I was initially reluctant, not because I didn't want to do this, but because I was worried I may end up saying things even you won't be able to save. The thing about being deathless is that you really grow to not give a hoot about what people think of you. And let's just say, that comes with a bit of collateral.
Oh, try me. Let's see where we stand after we do a few more episodes. Besides, I'm sure our listeners will be thrilled to hear all the crazy thoughts and stories you've been stashing in that pretty noggin of yours.
You literally sound like a grandma.
What can I say? My nan pretty much raised me.
Oh, that poor, poor woman.
Your face! Oh my God!
I think I broke her.
Whew. Okay, wow. Excuse me. Let me get that out. Woo. All right. Okay, yeah, we're good. So, what's going on with you these days? Are you seeing anyone?
Sure you don't need another moment?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. As long as you don't hit me with that look again, the coast is clear.
Whatever you say, doll.
What was the question again?
You asked if I were...
Oh, right. If you were seeing anyone. Yes, that's right. So, are you indeed seeing anyone?
Not at the moment, no. Well, it's nothing really serious anyway.
Oh? Well, that doesn't sound like nothing.
We've met a couple times for drinks, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Aw, why not?
Well, for one thing, I can't shake off the feeling that he likes the idea of being with me, more so than actually being with me. He's a regular human, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. Mister, you're the first vampire girl I've ever been with. Her.
That's what I'm starting to think. I mean, he's a gentleman and he knows how to turn up the charm. It's just the questions that he asks me can be really off-putting at times.
Oh, gross. Like what?
Well, this one time he asked me if it's true that all vampires sleep in coffins.
What? Was he serious?
Very. I tried explaining to him that it was an outdated custom, but he wasn't convinced. He kept going on about how I must keep at least one for travel. Then he made some more tasteless jokes that I won't be repeating here.
Yeah, he's definitely going in my black book. Let me put a hex on him. 1 second.
Blair, we're on air, remember?
I'm kidding. I'm just doodling here, see? Anyway, ew. I wouldn't go near him with a 10-foot broomstick after that.
Yeah, I haven't texted him back ever since. I hope he gets the message.
Good God, I can't believe people still believe those stupid stereotypes. If I'd been there with you, I would have turned him into a snail or something.
What's past is past. No need to expend any more mental energy on chumps.
You're so right. Screw him. He's for the streets.
I'm curious, though. What are some assumptions that people still make about witches that annoy you?
Wow, that's a really long list. We'll be here forever if I had to rattle them all out.
Well, how about you just give me the top 3?
Whew, okay. Well, number 1 is sacrificial rituals. No, we don't do those. That honestly was never a thing. The only reason why people even think that is because of the 18th century propaganda. Like, yeah, there were rituals that required offerings, but those were always stuff like shoes or trinkets. You know, personal possessions and the like. The closest thing to a human offering would be a lock of someone's hair or a clipped toenail. But we never went around offing people.
I actually read up on witchcraft history, and it seems like most of the rituals were intended for homeopathy. The rituals that were carried out for more nefarious purposes were few and far between.
Correct. And the witches that performed evil rituals were almost always from fringe covens. They were in the extreme minority, but they just happened to make the biggest waves for some reason.
I totally understand how that assumption can be very frustrating to deal with.
It really is. It's much better now, but there are still some folks who totally freak out when I tell them who I am. That's their loss, though.
Exactly. They don't deserve your presence. So what's number 2?
Number 2 most annoying thing? All witches are in disguise.
Oh, yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah, there's a number of people out there who are convinced that we are all just old hags pretending to be skinny young girls. Well, let me tell you all something. Us witches come in all ages and sizes, okay? Sure, we have longer lifespans than regular humans, but we also accept aging as a natural course of life. And yeah, some of us do change our looks from time to time, but we can't do that every single day. You know how harmful it is to cast appearance-shifting spells on yourself regularly? It literally gives you boils.
It's no wonder so many witches are single women. Solitude cares not for your age.
Oh yeah, and there's only a handful of people out there willing to give us the benefit of doubt. I've had so many occasions where I was blamed for literally the most ridiculous things that I had zero control over. Like, this one time, my ex thought I had filched his car keys for my Witchcraft when he was the one who misplaced them. And that lady in the park last week who thought my true form was reptilian? Oh, and that brings me to my number 3 pet peeve.
And what would that be?
Well, it's not really an assumption people make about witches, but more of an existential double standard of sorts.
I'm listening.
So before I say this, I just want to make it clear that I have no hate for male witches. They are great. All I'm going to do is point out a double standard in how people view witches in general.
I already know what you're going to say, but go on.
Okay, so when people see a female witch, more often than not, they assume that she's up to no good. But when they see a male witch, all of a sudden he becomes this rare, exotic specimen to be fawned over. Like, hello, we practice the same spells and we brew the same potions? How are we, make it make sense?
That's good. That's really good.
I wish I was joking, but it's literally true. I see it happening every day. Whenever people see a guy witch, they ask him for selfies. If it's me, they ask if I've eaten frog guts for breakfast.
Goodness, I'm sorry for laughing so much. It's just, people are ridiculous.
Right? It's so bizarre. And I know this because I have brothers, and the stories they tell me have convinced me that we live in separate realities.
Do you get along with them?
I do, for the most part. I just wish they'd stop trying to set me up with their friends.
Why not?
Well, it's because they just all happen to be necromancers.
Oh, that explains things.
Yeah, in my experience, necromancers are more attached to their, summons than their actual partners. They take emotionally unavailable to another level.
I've been with one before. He treated me like a test subject. It didn't last long.
That's sad, but accurate.
On our first date, he took me to a crypt. Said it reminded him of me
You know what? I gotta give credit to where it's due, because he was trying really hard.
If that's what counts as trying hard, then I'm terrified to know what not trying looks like.
I mean, he bought you dinner at least, right?
He pricked his finger and offered it to me.
What?
Said he read somewhere that this was taken as a romantic gesture amongst vampires.
Oh my God, that's so insane. Like, it's even more funny because I can picture your reaction down to a T.
I don't know where he got that factoid, but we vampires do not and have never drank each other's blood. That's a big no-no.
He was so smitten with you.
It's not the kind of smitten I wanted.
Okay, so that was clearly a bad date. Can you tell us about a night when things went well?
Let's see. Well, there was this one time when I went out with a werewolf.
Oh, wow. And you're saying this was a good date, right?
Yes. Hey now, weren't you just talking about how much you dislike stereotypes?
Well, yeah, you got me. But there's a historical precedent for vampires and werewolves not liking each other.
Those were ancient times, doll. We are far more civilized now. Anyway, we matched online and got to chatting. And I gotta admit, he was a smooth operator.
Ooh.
Easy on the eyes, too. Anyway, he took me out to this wonderful retro-themed gastropub where they served my favorite blood cocktail. That's what I liked about him. He paid attention to the small details.
As he should.
I really liked him. But that was the only time I went out with him.
Wait, really? What happened? I thought this was supposed to be a good date story.
It is a good date story on its own. The problem began when he kissed me goodnight.
Why? Did he turn? Did he try to bite you?
No, silly. It's just... I feel so bad for saying this, but his breath stank terribly. Like, it smelled of death.
Oh, no!
Stop it. I actually felt really bad for him.
Couldn't handle the doggy breath, huh?
It was awful. Like, bad enough to be a deal breaker.
Okay, so what happened after that?
I didn't want to lead him on, so I texted him the next day and let him down easy.
You actually told him about the bad breath?
No. I just told him that I didn't feel that big of a spark between us, and I wished him well.
And how did he take it?
He actually took it very well. He said, "Aw, that's too bad," and wished me well back.
Aw.
I know, but that stench, it haunts me to this day.
Well, you heard her, boys. Never leave home without a breath mint. And that's all the time we have left for today. Rose, any final words to our listeners before we sign off?
Well, we got through our very first episode, and I have to say, not a bad start at all.
And here's to many more to come. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tune in next time for another episode of Brewed and Bitten. I'm Blair Thorne.
And I'm Rose Devane. Have a good night, everyone.